What's going on out there, fight fans? What's up, man? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it's on, and once again, it's an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, an honor and a pleasure to be on here with the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Friday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now, man. Damn, Mainman Mademan on a Friday night. How rare is that? I rarely stream on a Friday night. But I couldn't make the show last night, so I figured I'd just jump on this joint tonight. I know everybody's engaged mostly on Friday night. Everybody all bunned up and all that stuff. But hey, there's some boxing going on. Some boxing news to talk about. We got a lot to get to. And I plan on covering each and every thing. So salute to everyone that not only catches this live, but also salute to everyone that catches this on the playback. If you got to make an early exit for whatever reason, I ask that you hit the thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. And also don't forget, if you're down for this particular show, we talking boxing. Don't forget we got a playlist on the homepage called We Talking Boxing. You'll see all of these type of episodes. Some of y'all just come here just for this show. So if you like the We Talking Boxing show and you want to see more of it, go to the We Talking Boxing playlist. And also, I want to give a hearty thank you, a big thank you to whoever you are. I don't know who you are, who did what you did, and you know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't recall the last time I had that many signups for one video. And I want to say thank you. I don't know who did what, but I know someone did something. And whoever you are, thank you. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. And last but not least, I wanted to lead us on this video because a lot of people have been asking me how to hit me up. For anyone who wants to contact Mainman Mademan for whatever reason, you can always catch me here on the channel, of course. Hit me in the comment section. You can find me in Mainman Mademan's boxing forum on Facebook. Salute, we got a whole fam over there. You can leave me a message there. And most importantly, if it's private, it's something you need to holler at me about, mademan511@gmail.com. All of those links will be in the description box. So for anyone who always want to reach out to me, holler at me through any of those vessels or those vehicles, and it's all good. All right? Now, trying to think. I think that's just about everything right there before we can get this show underway. I think that's all I really want to talk about, man. But we got a lot to cover here, man. I'm hearing Canelo Alvarez is a free agent. What's really going on? Let me get right in front of y'all real quick, man. Hold on. I hear Canelo Alvarez is a free agent, fam. It's a free agent. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Yo, man, let's cut this music. And let's get this boxing underway. Now, like I always do at the top of each show, let's go to boxing history off the jump. I'm sticking with that fight, fam. I'm sticking with that. Salute the Bud Crawford fan in the building. Bruce Goes in the building. What's going on? Lighten Evelyn in the building. Salute to all of the fam sliding through with the homie tonight, man. Respect for telling the truth about Wilder and not being blind. Real boxing fan. All day, bro. All day, fam. All day. It's just... I call it like I see it, Got a lot of love for Bomb Squad, but we going to keep it all the way G over here, you know what I'm saying? At all times. But at the end of the day, like I say, tonight we got a great show tonight, man. Unfortunately, Bomb Squad didn't make the show tonight. I wish he would have. But between the Devin Haney fight and what's going on with Canelo Alvarez, I don't think we're going to make it to him tonight, y'all. So let's go on over to the boxing history off the jump, man. I want to stick with this right here. Salute to all of my historians that be stopping through all day. Now, what's going on today? November 6th. Today is November 6th, 2020, right? God, now I'm about to say 21. I'm trying to get 2020 out the way. You know what I mean? But 2020. So today on November 6th in boxing history, today was the fight between Larry Holmes and Reynaldo Snipes. You're like, man, who the heck is that? I know Larry Holmes, but I don't know who Reynaldo Snipes is. Well, Reynaldo Snipes was supposed to be a tune-up fight for Larry Holmes back in 1981. It was a big fight on the horizon, which Larry Holmes was ready to go to in the springtime with Jerry Cooney. He had Don King ready to pay him a fat amount of money. So this guy was supposed to be just a light touch. Nothing more and nothing less. Larry Holmes defended his WBC heavyweight title against the lightly regarded Ronaldo Snipes. The fight had been labeled imminent danger, a half-hearted hype to suggest that an upset by Snipes could happen. He was a journeyman of little note, and he was trying to derail Holmes' multi-million-dollar Don King promoted date with Jerry Cooney, which was going on in the spring. Well, the fight started to happen. First 5 rounds, Larry Holmes doing what Larry Holmes do. Putting that jab on him, right hand, man, one of the best in jabs and right hands that you probably ever seen from a heavyweight. It was all working for Larry Holmes. This guy, Ronaldo Snipes, came in, he wanted to be aggressive. Pushed the action. Coming forward all night long, taking all kinds of incoming fire. You go to the 5th round, he gets cut. He's still fighting, though. He's fighting his ass off. I mean, still he coming forward, eating that stiff jab, eating right hands, but he's still also putting a lot of leather on Larry Holmes. Now you go around to the 7th round, and what happens? Ronaldo Snipes knocks Larry Holmes down. Beautiful right hand. It was a 3-piece combination. 2 jabs, doubled up the jab, and then he came back with a right hand, pow, putting Larry Holmes on his ass. Larry Holmes gets up, he stumbles up, falls into the corner, face first, boom. Then he gets back to his feet again, gathers himself together, stumbles back to his feet, stumbles over to the referee. It's on now. This is Larry Holmes we talking about. Even at this point in his career, he had already been down a couple times, actually, but always got back up and commenced the ass whipping. So that's exactly what he did here. Jumped back on his bicycle, got right back on the jab, got right back to flicking that right hand. Bow, bow, bow. And according to Larry Holmes, the reason that the knockdown happened is because he stopped jabbing after the 5th round. He says that the cut on Ronaldo's eye was so bad that he ain't even want to keep hitting it. According to Larry Holmes, he said, and I quote, "I saw the cut and said, all hell. I don't want to hit that. I let him off the hook, and then he knocks me on my ass. So from now on, I'm going to be pure mean." And that's exactly what happened. Going down the stretch, fast forward, going all the way down to the 11th round. Now Larry Holmes is back on his game plan, flicking the jab. 1, 2, putting that right hand on Snipes. Snipes steadily doing the same thing, eating incoming fire, but steadily coming forward. Throwing hard right hooks, hard right hands, upstairs, downstairs. Larry Holmes on the back foot most of the time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Comes to the 11th round. Larry Holmes says he got tired of playing around. Says at the beginning of the 11th round, he stopped and he winked at his woman who was in the audience. And then he told his corner, "I'm done playing around. I'm done joking around with this dude. I'm getting him out of there." And that's what happened. A right hand on the ropes from Larry Holmes to Snipes kicked off a series of events which pushed Snipes into the corner. And Larry Holmes commenced to landing 3 straight right hands on Snipe right there in the corner. The referee jumps in, stops the fight. Bam, it's over. Larry Holmes comes back from being knocked down to retain his WBC heavyweight title against the relatively unknown Ronaldo Snipes. But the fight doesn't end there. And you can see the footage here on YouTube because it still exists. They're having a post-fight interview with Howard Cosell right there at ringside. And it said that, Ronaldo Snipes was pissed about the stoppage. He was upset that the ref jumped in. He felt as though since he knocked down Larry Holmes, that it was a premature stoppage. He should have at least went down. Take in mind, while he ate those 3 right hands, he never seen the canvas. He never seen the canvas. They stopped it while he was still on his feet. I looked at it several times. I thought it was a premature stoppage, fam. Premature stoppage. Well, he was pissed off. So it said that the manager of Ronaldo Snipes, very upset, you know what I'm saying? He comes over there and starts to, yelling and screaming little stuff, which starts to kick off a brawl. Ronaldo Snipes is arguing with Larry Holmes. Ronaldo Snipes' manager is arguing with Larry Holmes, and next thing you know, Snipes gets into it, and a big brawl breaks out right there, ringside, with Howard Cosell smack dead in the middle. Smack dead in the middle. Punches flying, all kinds of stuff going on. It turns out that Ronaldo Snipes, throughout this brawl, got backed up into his trainer. His trainer had a pair of scissors, and he got backed up and backed into those scissors and sliced his forearm open right there at ringside. And all that went down. November 6, 1981. The footage still exists right here on YouTube. You could just take a minute and go check it out for yourself. And it was a hell of a fight all day. You know what I'm saying? And that is the boxing history for today. If any of y'all seen that fight, let me know. Any of y'all seen that fight, or this the first time y'all have heard of it? I know y'all some boxing fans up in here, man. Come on. I know some of y'all done seen this fight. Bruce Gold says, Mr. Snipes, all day, all day. Light Evelyn says, what's going on with December 19th? Plant versus Canelo on PBC. We ready to get into that Canelo talk, huh? Suspect, brother, suspect. I hear that. Larry, best jab in the game. Solid. All day, all day. Childhood favorite boxer, Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin. All day, man. Man, this is one of his, man, I love this fight right here. I love that particular fight. Because he got knocked down. He was dead tired. And most heavyweights of the day, they would have been done. Larry was dead tired in the 7th round from putting such an ass whooping on this dude Snipes. But he ain't give up. After being knocked face first into the corner, the dude did not give up. Major respect for Larry Holmes, man. All day. Major respect for Larry Holmes. All right, man, let's get back modern with this talk, man. Let's bring it back to today. So where should we start first, fam? Where should we go first? Saw it live right where from when I'm sitting now. Oh, you saw it live, Bruce? Oh, that's what it is, man. Back in 1981, bro. Back in 1981, man. So let's get on to this. I think we'll start with the Canelo situation first. Why not, right? Let's see. So a statement got let out today from Eddie Reynoso. You know what I mean? The manager / trainer for Canelo Alvarez. And it goes a little something like this. In my capacity as manager and coach of Saul Canelo Alvarez, I allow myself to communicate to the boxing community and to all of our fans that as of today, November 6th, our fighter becomes a free agent. So we are ready to continue his career. And this statement was given to ESPN Deportes, the now manager and trainer for Canelo Alvarez, Mr. Eddie Reynoso Jr. Now, this got the boxing world on fire. This was like a last-minute addition for me just now, because I literally found this out like a few minutes. Not long before I hit the live button here. You know what I'm saying? So this is like really kind of fresh off the presser for me, and I'm really thrown away by it, man. It looked like everybody got exactly what they wanted. DAZN got to save some money. They ain't got to kick Canelo Alvarez the rest of that 11-fight deal. Well, they owed him $280 million. It said that Canelo Alvarez has thrown the cases out. He is no longer suing Goldenboy or DAZN. DAZN got exactly what they wanted. They got to save a couple dollars. That's what's up. That's what's up. It seems that Canelo got what he wanted. He get to go on as a free agent and now bet on himself, something that he should have been doing from the get-go. The man should have never left the pay-per-view sphere ever. Why? You was the hottest thing popping. It didn't make any sense. But then again, $365 million does sound damn good. Does sound damn good. But still, if there was anybody in boxing that should have been betting on themselves, it should have been this dude, Saul Canelo Alvarez. So at the end of the day, he's a free agent. He's still going to make some big money. He's still possibly the highest draw. It all remains to be seen how much of a hit to his marketability that he took since he haven't been on pay-per-view in so long, been on that app for his last 3 fights. Don't know how much that hurt or helped him. We only will see once his next fight is announced or see what his numbers looking like. But it's either way, he still got what he wanted. He got his freedom. On top of that, he still made a couple good paydays under the DAZN. So Canelo is walking out with his freedom, couple dollars in his pocket, and the future is looking very bright. Oscar De La Hoya. What did Oscar get? I think Oscar got shitted on, crapped on, whatever you want to call it. It's a wrap for Oscar. What does he got? He got nothing out of this. If anybody got crapped on in this situation, it's Oscar. He lost his biggest revenue driver in Canelo Alvarez. There's no one over there. Remember when the paperwork came out, a year or so ago? And it was shown how Canelo Alvarez brings in pretty much all of the revenue for Goldenboy. He's gone now, which means, are you going to be able to replace that Oscar? So it only makes sense that Oscar has, 3 names left at this point with Goldenboy that he can hope to make a star in time to get something back from losing Canelo Alvarez. And those 3 names are who? Ryan Garcia, Vergil Ortiz, Jaime Munguia. Those are his 3 hopes right there. Am I off here? Is there anyone else that y'all can think of? Ryan Garcia, this is the reason we just seen articles of him being the 12th most marketable athlete in the world coming all out. Is that the reason those articles all of a sudden popped out of nowhere? He's a stop, but he's Canelo's homie. What if he talking to Canelo on the late night like, yo, Canelo, man, I mean, you got up out of this. Maybe I'm trying to roll with you. He down with Eddie Reynoso. Reynoso is training young Ryan right now. So, I mean, not so much. I'm thinking Andy Ruiz. I'm sorry. But he's down in this camp. You know what I'm saying? He looks up to Canelo. How long is Ryan going to stay put if Oscar don't deliver? By Canelo Alvarez leaving, this gives Ryan Garcia a hell of a lot more power. We've been seeing Ryan doing a lot of crying. We even called him Crying Ryan. We've seen him doing a lot of crying. Well, at first we were wondering, what the hell you crying for? You ain't did nothing. But now he's in a situation where, guess what? I can cry because I'm the star, and they going to see me now. See, Ryan has always had several financial issues with Goldenboy and DAZN. Are they going to want to play with young Ryan now, knowing that Canelo was out the door? That's the golden question. Are we going to see Ryan doing any more crying now? And maybe he should. Maybe he look, I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm definitely worth to you. I may not be worth this to him, but I'm worth this to you. I'm all you damn near got. Who else you got? Ryan's future is bright. He got a lot of smoke where he at. He's surrounded by Devin. We're going to talk about Devin soon. He got Tank. He got Teofimo. Future is bright. Ryan can go in many directions. Where does Vergil Ortiz go? I don't know where Vergil Ortiz go at welterweight. There's not enough Jesse Vargases in the world to give Vergil Ortiz. What you going to give him, Mikey Garcia? That's all you got. Mikey looking at Pacquiao, though. Where does Vergil Ortiz do? Stuck over there. As he's supposed to be the star. They got to find him some smoke. But the smoke is over at PBC. That's the deal. You going to feed him to Crawford? That option already existed at once upon a time. Now, Oscar can call up old Bob and say, what's up with a Vergil Ortiz versus Terrence Crawford? Works. Either way, they boxed in, champ. They boxed in. And that's what the other promoters and the other fighters and the other outfits are going to start to see about Goldenboy. Now that Canelo is gone, we about to box the rest of these cats in. Jaime Munguia, you boxed in. If Eddie Hearn is smart, he's giving Demetrius Andrade marching orders to not leave 160. You stay right where you are, bro. WBO champion. Jaime Munguia, eventually that number going to get called. Where he going to go? You going to go over there to the WBC where you're number 1 over there too? You going to go over there and face Jamal Charlo? Where you going to go? If not, there's only one other option. You either going to Triple G or where you going to go? The Liam Williams dude? I mean, if Andre stays at 160, he faces Liam Williams. Where you going to go, Jaime Munguia? Boxed in. Ryan Garcia, he's facing Luke Campbell. Works all great for right now. But eventually, he can get boxed in. What if Eddie Hearn says, you know what? Now that you just beat Luke Campbell, if you beat Luke Campbell, that makes you Devin Haney's mandatory. We ain't going nowhere. Boxed in, where you going to go? Now, you say you want to fight Tank. I want to see how y'all going to make that work. Tank is a pay-per-view fighter. You fighting on the app. I'm dying to see how you going to make this work. You about to get boxed in. Ryan Garcia going to start thinking, why am I stuck on the app and nobody else ain't? This ain't good. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Ryan Garcia is going to start to think, what have you done for me lately, Oscar? Canelo was out the door. He was the star. You want me to be the star. You want to have to look out for me. You want to get me some fights. You want to get me some money. All that. I got to be the star. Now, word on the curb is DAZN wants to do the worldwide expansion leading out with Ryan Garcia. So this is already indicating the direction that they want to go. And also, Vergil Ortiz is on the undercard. So those are the two stars right there. See, Jaime Munguia is co-promoted by Oscar. So maybe he doesn't, And besides, Munguia, after that last showing you just had, ain't no star making material there. Not right now. Man barely can speak English. And on top of that, getting touched up like crazy in his last couple fights. Ain't nobody checking for Jaime Munguia. So my deal is, where you going to go? This is how people going to start to look at things. Oscar, you ain't got Canelo. They thinking about running you out of business. You did. They going to think of, DAZN is going to sit back and say, Oscar, either you better show us another star. You better make young Ryan a star. Or else that Goldenboy deal, well, we're going to have a conversation. Because what do you got for us? You don't got Canelo no more. We wanted Canelo. Now we got beef with Canelo. What do we got you for? You better make young Ryan a star. You better, because we betting a lot on him. We rolling our app out in all of these countries. Over 200 countries around the world, they said. And it's all kicking off. It was supposed to kick off with Canelo. Well, now it's kicking off with Ryan. Wow. That's what's up. That's what's up. So it says subsequently, Canelo's lawsuit for $280 million against Goldenboy and DAZN has been dropped. Now that he is free of his contract, Alvarez will now be self-promoted, and he'll be looking to return to the ring on December 19th, possibly against IBF super middleweight champion Caleb Plante. Wow. Hey, I'm down for that. I'm super down for that fight. Who y'all got, fam? Who y'all got? Let me know something. Let me see what the fam talking about. I got Denise Ward's in the building. Salute, Queen. Happy Friday to you. What's up with you? What's going down? Bruce Gold says, man, I had Canelo versus Plante is in the making. Yeah, that's what they saying here. December, they looking to save that December date that Canelo has been training for. He never stopped training. He's always been in training camp. Even though he was going in and out of his court case and lawsuits and all that, he still was training. And he's saying he want to save it with Caleb Plante. Damn. Slim, Canelo not only jumping, I'm happy to be free of DAZN, but he kicking the doors open on boxing. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I like this fight. If we get Caleb Plante and Canelo, I'm super down. That's pay-per-view caliber. Off the jump. Look at Canelo already outdoing what he's been doing lately over there on that app. Trapped on the app. Take note, little Devin. Take note. But, yo, Caleb Plante. The speed of Caleb Plante. The coordination of Caleb Plante. Why is he saying Caleb Plante, though? I wouldn't have thought Caleb Plante straight off the jump for Canelo. If he would have with the 168, I would have honestly thought that he would have kept his foot on the gas about that vacant WBC. Remember, Canelo Alvarez wrote the WBC asking them to step in to face Anthony Yildirim for that particular belt. So I thought that's where he will probably go first. Or you got David Benavidez running around boxing saying, look, I want Canelo. What's up? We can fight for the vacant WBC. What's good? We know Canelo Alvarez is the WBC franchise champion. So, the WBC is like, kissing his ass. Simple. Hey, man, I'm shocked. Caleb Plante is actually a hell of a fight, bro. And Canelo ain't guaranteed to win that fight. If he honestly takes Caleb Plante, especially, you know what? Okay, I had to think. Think, man. Think. I had to, Canelo Alvarez, anytime he fights, you got to ask yourself, what's the edge? What the hell is the edge? I guess the edge is the last minute thing. This is the same thing he got Sergey Kovalev with, same thing. Caught Sergey Kovalev 2 weeks after he just got finished fighting, say, hey, what's up? He even tried to pull Sergey Kovalev out of the Anthony Yarde fight within the last, couple weeks. So is this one of them things that Canelo was doing, trying to spring this fight on Caleb Plante out of nowhere? Gonna throw a big price tag in front of him and say, hey, Caleb, got a fight for you over here. Hey, only thing you do, you only got 3.5 weeks to get ready. But, hey, it's a hell of a fight. That's Canelo, boy. That's Canelo. But then again, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, right? Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. But at the end of the day, that's a hell of a fight, champ. That's a hell of a I don't know. I mean, Caleb Plante ain't one of them dudes who blow up and wait and be looking all crazy between fights. Nah, Caleb stay in good shape. Don't know if he's nursing no injuries. I haven't heard about him nursing no injuries or nothing like that lately. So, I mean, if he's in shape, I mean, but damn. I mean, this is the reason that Billy Joe Saunders didn't want to face Canelo Alvarez. He tried to say that they didn't want to give him enough time. Canelo famous for doing this, huh? He like to come out there. Yeah, I mean, it's to the untrained eye and ears. Caleb Plante sounds like a great fight. But you talking about December, bro. Like, I'm just hearing about this on November 6th, and you want me to fight again in December. Nah, man. Nah, that don't make any sort of sense whatsoever. Matter of fact, let me roll up. December 19th. You want me to fight December 19th, Caleb Plante out of the blue, and you telling me this on November 6th? Seriously, though? Canelo terrible, man. Canelo is terrible, man. Hey, Hawker Mustang in the building. What's up, man? Oscar De La Hoya needs to stop with the drugs, man. Yeah, man. Let his star fighter walk out the building. This is double bad for Oscar. For the first time, he allowed Richard Schaefer and the whole PBC to steal all of his fighters. Stole Earl, stole Bomb Squad. They stole them all. You ain't had none of them locked in, Oscar. And now you just had the cash cow of boxing, perhaps, walk right out the door. The sad part about this is that he pleaded to Oscar at one point in time. Like, look, all I think Canelo wanted in this, and now whether you agree with him or not, and I know Oscar was in a tough position, but all Canelo really wanted was Oscar to show him some loyalty and go to bat for him. And just say, you know what, we came in this together, so we gonna fight him together. The problem was Oscar couldn't do nothing. He instructed Oscar to go find other networks. Oscar couldn't do that because of his deal. He instructed like, Oscar, look, man, we ain't tripping off DAZN, man. That's how Canelo was carrying it. Like, they want us to do what they want us to do, man. They work for us. Look, man, we'll tell him to wait. Stick with me, Oscar. Oscar didn't stick with him. He couldn't. Oscar answering to too many masters. Canelo, I can't do DAZN. Look, man, we giving you good opponents. You know, we giving DAZN like we want Triple G. Canelo, they want Triple G. Nah, we ain't giving them Triple G. Let's go over here. No, we can't do that, Canelo. Look, we gave y'all good fights. It may not be Triple G. No, we want Triple G. Canelo, let's talk. Bro, you should have picked a side. It was like Oscar went into this whole thing. Bad. You chose. I don't know. I can't say he chose DAZN. Oh, he was obligated. He was in a situation where he was stuck in the middle. DAZN wanted Gennady Golovkin. Canelo Alvarez didn't want to fight Gennady Golovkin. He wanted to do other things. He wanted to find other fights. All he told you, Oscar, was go with me. But Oscar looking at the numbers like, I need the money from them, though. I can't buck them and make them mad at me. They won't pay us to make the fights happen. You want $35 million a fight, right? I got to get it from them. So how am I going to get the money from them when you don't want to give them the fight that they want? So Oscar was just, he was stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Silver Salomo in the building. What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? Haney got one fight left after his next fight. DAZN is in trouble. Yeah, well, you know, if they in trouble, this is a bad time to be in trouble, rolling out into 200 plus countries. This is the big rollout DAZN supposed to be doing next month. Remember, they already behind on it. They already had been happening, but the Canelo debacle happened. So if they having some troubles in paradise, man, they better wise up fast, spreading out in over 200 countries. Now, the question is this. Will Canelo ever work with DAZN again? I mean, Mikey Garcia, when he walked away from Bob, he can't do no business with Bob. Nobody wants to, he don't want to go near Bob. Manny Pacquiao walked away from Bob and he ain't talking to Bob. Usually when these fighters leave their outfits, they usually no looking back for the most part. And it's usually reluctant for these entities to do business. But DAZN got a lot of fighters that they would love to see Canelo fight. They got Andrade. They got Callum Smith. They got the Billy Joe Saunders. But then again, when you look at how much smoke between Top Rank and PBC that Canelo can kick up with? Does it really matter? Does he even have to go? Does he even have to sit back and figure out a path forward for DAZN when y'all on the app and I'm on pay-per-view? Why should I do that when I can go over here and get Jamal Charlo? Because everybody in boxing wants it. It's a humongous fight. Everybody wants it. Either Charlo, take a pick. And we're going to get there. Give me a minute. Either Charlo, take a pick. The better Beeves of the world, take a pick. The Bivens, well, I don't know if he can do with Bivens. Is Bivens still down with Eddie Hearn? Or is he down with Top Rank? I ain't checked in a minute. But either way, I'm just saying, there's smoke there. There's a lot of smoke for Canelo. David Benavidez. That's a humongous fight for Canelo. Between PBC and Top Rank, Canelo will find a way forward all day. He doesn't probably even need to work with DAZN. Why? Let them fight each other. Let Demetrius Andrade fight somebody for a damn change. Let Demetrius, don't worry about what, let Demetrius Andrade, Gennady Golovkin, short as a midget on his knees. I don't know what Gennady Golovkin's going to do. Y'all paid him $100 million plus stock options, and now you're stuck with him. What you going to do? Because Gennady is getting old. He got this Camille Zerameta fight. Now, Gennady Golovkin signed with DAZN on the strength of facing Canelo Alvarez, last I checked. What is Gennady Golovkin going to do? Is he fooled? Is he going to, Gennady Golovkin, Demetrius Andrade finally going to happen? There can be a upside to Canelo leaving DAZN for his fam. And that upside is taking Canelo out the picture means everybody stops watching Canelo. Taking Canelo out of that picture, believe it or not, as much as we want to see a lot of those fights, but taking him away from that now doesn't make everybody, do just weird stuff waiting on the Canelo fight, waiting on the Canelo payday. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying, man. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe Demetrius Andrade versus Gennady Golovkin. Very possible. Maybe Billy Joe Saunders versus, any of them. Gennady Golovkin or what's his name? Daniel Jacobs. He gets back into the mix. They all mixing it up with each other. And ain't nobody sitting around trying to spare them not getting a loss or losing or whatever, waiting on Canelo Alvarez. Because that's a lot of that was going on over there. A lot of that was going on. So that's one good thing. But Triple G, where does he go? Feed him to Demetrius Andrade. I think it makes sense. Gennady Golovkin, you stuck on the app, bro. Now you ain't going to face Canelo Alvarez. I don't even think Canelo tripping. First, I thought Canelo he got to want to, settle it and finish it. But then again, this is 2020 boxing. I just talked about this. Trilogies don't mean nothing to these fighters no more. It don't mean nothing. So Canelo can just walk away like, the fans ain't going to hold me accountable. It is what it is. I'm out of here. So, Gennady Golovkin, you got to now prove, bruh, what you going to do. I think he got, one more fight? I think, if I'm not mistaken, he obligated under DAZN after the Zerameta fight. What you going to do, bruh? Is it 1 or 2? It could be 2. But what you going to do? That's the golden question. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oscar was doing a lot of double talking. Yeah, he was. He had to serve a lot of masters. He had to look to the left. He had to look to the right. Every time he get an answer from one, he got one of them pissed off at him. Then he tried to please them. Now he pissed off at him. It was a doomed formula from the jump. When Canelo broke ranks and he started doing his own thing, it was a doomed formula from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Real spill. Canelo said he won't fight another Mexican. Yeah, I remember that. Well, he better get past that, bro, because David Benavidez don't feel that way. And on top of that, you talking about Caleb Plante. You taking David Benavidez as his rival. You mess around, lose to Caleb Plante, Joe. Like, Caleb ain't no joke, man. Caleb got that hand speed. Caleb got that boxing IQ. Caleb is built like a tank. He comes in shape each and every fight. You don't see no drained tanks there. And ever since his surgery, that power been looking very decent on Caleb Plante. Canelo better understand. Yeah, I understand you trying to pull your typical Canelo trick, the last minute, you know what I'm saying, the little last minute thing. But Slim, Caleb always ready. Caleb always ready. You mess around and jump in there with the wrong one. Picking the wrong, thinking you getting over. You mess around trying to get over on the wrong one, and it would be a terrible look. if Canelo first fight away from DAZN is a loss. Because he won't have a chance if his market share has taken a hit, especially with the pandemic and all, and the amount of money that he likes to get paid per fight. But if his marketability has, or his market share has taken a hit, well, him coming out the gate with a loss, it's going to be hard for him to get back on that horse, man. You know what I'm saying? To get back to what he was. Top Rank will want a minimum of a 5-fight deal. We know how Bob rolls all day. Bob ain't letting you come over there without options. Without options. Eddie ain't going to let you go near him without options, because DAZN going to try to trap you again. Nah, man. Yeah, you're right. He going to want a 5-fight deal and everything else under the sun, man. You know what I'm saying? Renee Box Young in the building. What's up, family? What's going on, man? What's up with you? Chilling on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. Plant is tough as nails. Fair play all day. Plant is very tough. And like I said, it's very notable and noteworthy that Canelo Alvarez saying coming out the gate that I want Caleb Plante. I'm just real suspicious about this timing. I'm really suspicious about this timing. So we'll see how this all works out. Let's keep our eyes. Let's see if the Caleb Plante fight actually comes to fruition. Let's see if he goes maybe back towards David Benavidez. I thought that was the one that made the sense. I understand about his Mexican comments, and he don't want to fight another Mexican. But, yo, David Benavidez is on your neck, champ. Like, he's not giving up. He wants Canelo Alvarez without no ifs, ands, or buts. So we'll see how this all go, man. Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez will be the #1 choice for all of us. That's my #1 choice. Jermall Charlo beyond deserves it. It will be the biggest fight of Jermall Charlo's career, hands down. Give him a very good chance in that fight. I see it as a 50-50 fight. I really do. I really do. You know, I knew that he was going to do what he did to Sergey Derevyanchenko. I told y'all that prior to the fight. But this is the one, man. And Canelo Alvarez is he should be more than game for this. As a matter of fact, PBC should be more than game for this. I mean, y'all pay big money for Manny Pacquiao. They paid big money to bring Manny Pacquiao over there, right? Gave him Adrian Broner, gave him Keith Thurman. Well, I would think that if you want to do something for Charlo, because Charlo's future right now at middleweight ain't looking too good. Ain't looking too good unless we talking about Chris Eubank. You want to see him face Chris Eubank? Then fine. But outside of that, it ain't looking too good for him right there. What, a rematch with Matt Korobov? That's what we talking about? Because Demetrius Andrade ain't coming over. He's stuck on the app. He's trapped on the app. It's Charlo. And I think Canelo might do it. He may wait to about, 4 days prior to the fight and say, hey, Charlo, do you want to fight? You know what I'm saying? But he may do it. You know what I'm saying? I hope he do. That'll be the #1 thing I want to see. But sky is the limit for Canelo Alvarez. This is the chance, man. If you got someone that y'all want to make a star, I mean, this is the chance. These outfits got to open their eyes and say, yo, if anything, we can at least make a star off Canelo Alvarez if we can defeat him. Make a star off of another fighter off of Canelo Alvarez, like they attempted to do with Manny Pacquiao. It's just the fact that Manny Pacquiao, well, still had something left in that tank. Keith Thurman couldn't do it. Keith would have been the man. I mean, the man, if he would have beat Manny Pacquiao. Would have been the man. I got to give PBC credit. They forked up the dough, and they got Pacquiao over there, and they got Keith Thurman in there with Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman always ran around boxing talking about he wanted to face either Pacquiao or Mayweather, and they made it happen. So I'm wondering, can you do the same thing for Jermall Charlo? For Jermall Charlo. They did right by Jamil. I feel like PBC has done right by Jermall Charlo. I mean, he got all of them belts down there. He's the king of the division. He got all the smoke. It all kind of worked out for him because they was all on his side of the street. But as for Jermall, well, this is the chance. PBC can do the same thing that they attempted to do for Keith Thurman. Do it for Jermall Charlo. It's up to Jermall Charlo to live to that occasion. 50-50 fight, slightly favoring Charlo. You know what I'm saying? All day. All day. So with that being said, fam, if there's nothing else to say on that, we're going to move on to the next situation. But damn, that is big, big news. And we'll keep following this as it goes along. You know what I'm saying? All day. Now, before I get to little Devin, hold on for a second. Want to bring this up real quick. Something I kind of took notice of. And I know I've been kind of talking light about this, but I want to harp on this one more time. about this Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford situation. And that is, I'm looking at the quotes right here of Kell Brook. And I got to ask y'all something. I'm like, is the only way that you got Terrence Crawford defeating Kell Brook is because of the weight cut? Do you think, are you one of those fans that say, well, you know, I like Kell Brook, good fighter. He can fight his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But it's the weight cut, man. He ain't fought at welterweight in 3 years. How am I supposed to not think, you know, he's going to lose this fight? I know the weight is going to affect him. Well, I want to keep banging on the drum that there is no rehydration clause in this fight. And do you see these quotes from Kell Brook? There is no rehydration clause. All the years that Kell Brook was prominent at welterweight, he was always stuck under an IBF rehydration clause. Same day weigh-in, right? Couldn't be over 10 pounds the day of the fight. Well, that's not the case in this situation. And I just been looking at some Bud fights lately. I've been taking in the number 1 pound-for-pound fighters fights as of recent. And the one consistent thing, no matter how much I try not to think about it and act like it doesn't exist, there's one thing that plays in several fights. I'm not even going to go through, but in several fights. And that is Bud in these right hands. Bud in these straight right hands. Fam, don't act like I'm the only one that see it. Don't sit here and fake like I'm the only one that see this. Straight right hands find the target on Terrence Crawford a lot. I mean, a lot, man. I don't know if it's, a lot of y'all say it's because the dog in him, and sometimes you like to stand in front of fighters and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, bruh. And I can't think of a better welterweight that, at least when he was at welterweight, that throws a better straight right hand than this dude. And it does got me thinking. It got me wondering. It got the wheels turning. According to Kell Brook, hold on, I got his quotes right here. According to Kell Brook, and I quote, he's come up from lightweight. I'm a natural welterweight. I fought Golovkin at middleweight. I've boxed at light middleweight. I'm a big, strong welterweight, and I've had plenty of preparation to make sure that I'm coming into this fight healthy at welterweight. He goes on and says that there is no 10-pound rehydration clause. And like before with the IBF. So basically, I weigh in and then I become a beast. I'm not saying that I'm going to go up 30 pounds or whatever, but it's just going to be something in my mind I don't need to worry about. I just need to worry about turns. I need to worry about this fight, end quote. I'm going to stop right there. Man say he ain't worrying about weight no more. He say he going to come into that fight like a beast the next day. Ain't no telling what Kell going to be weighing. I see him easy coming back into that fight next day. I'd say easy, close to pushing 160. Yeah, he's definitely pushing. He 162, 163 maybe. Is that too far-fetched? Maybe 164, 165? Too far-fetched? How does Bud take that? And especially if the straight right hand start to land. And if the weight does not become a problem because against popular belief, y'all got this notion that Kell Brook just started training camp. Like, I hear people running around like, oh, yeah, well, he says he's only had an 8-week camp or something to that effect, or he's only had a 6-week camp or something. He don't have his trainer. Kell Brook has been training all year long. He ain't know who he was going to fight. Kell Brook has been training ever since he came over here, like Eddie Hearn told y'all. Ever since he came over here to see Amir Khan quit against Terrence Crawford. And he had his secret meetings with Bob Arum. Kell Brook had his marching orders then. And that was before the DeLuca fight. He said he knew what was going to happen then. You think he stopped training? If he already knew and was already talking to Bob Arum before the DeLuca fight. Because one of the reasons that Eddie Hearn got mad at Kell Brook was that you ran over there to Bob Arum having backroom meetings and then turn around, come to me and say, hey, we can't make nothing happen. Can you get me the Mark DeLuca fight? And I get you the DeLuca fight, and then you go back over there. So it was already in the talks. He already knew the direction he wanted to go in. Y'all think Kell ain't prepared for this fight. Y'all tripping. Now, Y'all can say what y'all want about the trainer situation. Oh, he don't have a trainer. I told y'all, it's all down to money. It's clear. Crystal clear. It ain't got nothing to do with just Dom Ingle not wanting to be there, which I still think is totally wrong. And Dom Ingle, I believe, is just chasing the money. I don't think that's the way that, I'm sure that the Winko Bank gym don't get down like that. I would think they just abandon people over money, right? I know you want the Liam Williams fight. You hoping that Liam Williams faces either Mangia or Demetrius Andrade. Got it. But Kell Brook ain't getting that much money this time around. Y'all know how much he making. He ain't making his usual, and he got taxes to pay in several countries, but this country and the other country. They gonna double tax him. Oh, for sure. But you want your usual fee. Kell Brook looking shredded. He's looking ready to go. And word on the curb is you're going to be rolling with Tyson Fury's, the cut man. What's his name? I always forget the guy's name. Capitillo, whatever. Is that the guy that's going to be training? Because I heard somebody else I don't know. I don't know who training Kell Brook. I might be training him. I'm waiting on my phone to ring. Somebody give me a holler. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all a discount. I don't know who training, but the fact is he got himself up for this fight. And last I checked, I think it's going to be Tyson Fury's corner man. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Lighten says it's money, bro. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a money situation, but that's a shame on Dom Ingle because Kell Brook has been in that gym forever. I mean, forever. And you know with the purse situation. You know he had to beg Eddie to try to go find some more money for him or try to help him find some more money. Try to go ask DAZN, can they pass him a couple more dollars? He tried. He tried to get this fight, but he didn't get but so much money from Bob Arum. So it is what it is. Kell got to do what he got to do. This is a good moment for Kell, man. I actually got a lot of respect for him. And for those who don't know, he's already here in America, so he did beat the UK travel ban. So we good with that. I got another quote from Kell. He says, and I quote, the things that I've had to go through in previous fights, getting ill, not being great with the weight, and not being as fit as I should be. And I still go out and beat these guys and fought the Golovkins and the Errol Spencers of the world. So imagine what happens, what I'm like now mentally. This is a mental game as well as physical, being fit and everything. This is the best position I've ever been in for a fight weight-wise, fitness-wise, and I'm just drawing confidence from that, end quote. I'm telling y'all straight like this. That's all I can tell y'all fight fans is that if y'all are thinking, especially to the gamblers and anyone else out there, if y'all believing that Kell Brook is just starting to get ready for this fight, y'all are tripping. And he will not have a rehydration clause to be coming in talking about weight drained and maybe drain going down the stretch because most of us have it made up in our minds. Kell Brook looks great the first half of the fight, starts to fade in the second half where turns Crawford, takes over, maybe stops him, who knows. That's how you got it made up in his head. Don't lie to Mainman Mademan. You know what I mean? But what if that don't play out that way? That's all I'm asking. What if it don't play out that way? You know what I mean? I'm getting calls in the middle of the stream. What if he don't get tired? What if the rehydration clause, what if he comes in at 160 pounds on fight night, built like a tank? Crawford can't move him. Crawford can't push him. And most importantly, landing right hands consistently, which has always been a problem for Turnsburg Crawford. Now, these are just the actual factuals. I'm a Bud fan, y'all already know. But I'm telling y'all the things to be aware of. This is Kell Brook, and if there's one fight I'm fully aware of, it's Kell Brook. And I'm telling you straight like this, mentally, he's looking sharp. I'm watching him. He's looking sharp. He got a hungry eye. He got a hungry look in his eye. I'm telling y'all straight like that. I'm wondering. I favor Terrence Crawford to win this fight all day. But I don't think it's going to be a slouch. And there's a chance that this man can do it. I mean, he really believes in himself. He could have, I don't know, went somewhere else and made just as much as he making in this fight. Truth be told. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Dimitri, what's up, fam? What's going on? Salute, bro. I'm late as hell, Slim. It's all good. Hey, man, I appreciate you showing up. You know, we don't do this normally on a Friday night. So, you know, it's all cool, fam. I appreciate you even showing up. You know what I'm saying? Crawford won't stop KO. So Khan will look soft. How he quit with Crawford. All day. All day. I think he's going to get a night and day performance. A night and day performance. Amir Khan may have quit. This guy, I don't think he... Some people believe he got quit in him, and because of what happened with the Golovkin and the Earl Spence. I don't think so. I think he's got his eyes rehabilitated. He really feels confident from fighting bigger men. And like I said, in the Michael Zarafa fight, he had a lot of leather put on him. The eye didn't go, unless they keeping secrets that we don't know about. Because I do recall Eddie Hearn saying something. I don't want to repeat it, but he said something that made me go, I'm going to leave it alone for right now. So I wonder, from as far as we know, Kell Brook has no eye issues. And he's for bigger men. Looks very confident. Looks very confident. Now, I've been watching Bud, too. Bud looking good, too. Don't get it twisted. And Bud looking bigger. Bud is looking big. Like, you can see he ain't going to be small Bud coming into this fight. Bud is preparing his body the right way. I think he's wrestling. He's going to be strong, too. And Bud is a strong fighter. Hey, son, the roof might shake. Man, I love this fight. All day. I'm just wondering. Right hands all night. Is Ortiz versus Floyd is a pay-per-view over there? Nah. I believe that's on, it's going to be on Showtime. No, it's not pay-per-view. At least not from what I've heard. Genuine good points. People that call this a cash out are crazy. Kell is coming for their belt. They crazy. They are crazy. I truly believe that Kell Brook is extremely motivated. I think Kell Brook sees this way. This is his last chance back to the top of the game. I mean, this is a fast shot to the top of the game. Like, this ain't one of those, you don't have to, fight a gatekeeper. No, this is, you beat this guy, you back on top, period. You ain't a gatekeeper. You ain't in title contention. You ain't in position. No, you on top of it. You one of the top dogs instantly from beating the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. And that's and maybe that's worth more than the $2 million. You know what I mean? You don't get many redemption shots like this. Maybe that's worth more than the $2 million. You know what I mean? Yeah. Brook is going to quit like his boy Khan says, Bud Crawford fan, all day. You know what I'm saying? I hear you, man. I don't see it, though. Unless it's that eye go. I don't know. I mean, then again, unless that eye go. If that eye get to swelling up, get to puffing up, man, if too much of Bud work landing on that eye and we get to seeing some damage building up, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't believe that Kell Brook will quit. I believe that he realizes where he's at in his career. This ain't the Golovkin situation where I can quit and live to fight another day. This ain't the Earl situation where I can quit and still live to fight another day. No. Those situations already happened. You quit here, you through. No one's going to want to see you. Nobody. You through. So his best bet, and I hate to say it this way, but if you feel like you about to go down, just get your ass knocked out, bro. Don't quit. Even if you get knocked out and give us a valiant effort, you still live to fight another day. You quit, you through. You quit, you through. Because then everyone will have their minds made up totally about Kell Brook. Right now, a lot of people still on the fence. Maybe, I think I still see a spark there. I think there's still something in there. Maybe. But you quit. All confidence is gone. Including from Mainman Mademan. All day. Real spill. Supreme Beast Boxing in the building. What's up, fam? What's up, man? Happy Friday to everybody, man. Appreciate you sliding on through, fam. All day, man. Muhammad Tolan in the building. What's up, man? Salute, man, and the fam. So will DAZN force Golovkin to fight Andrade, or they just going to give him that $100 million fighting lesser opposition in the 3 fights left on his contract? Thank you, Muhammad Tolan. You answered a major question. So it's 3 fights left. I thought it was even 2, but it's 3 fights left. Cool. I hope so. I'm with you. Because if he over there for 3 fights, he got to be served to somebody. And I would think Demetrius Andrade would be first on the list, given that he was the voice in the wilderness that drew Gennady Golovkin to DAZN. I've said that several times. There wasn't no better spokesman of attracting Gennady Golovkin than Demetrius Andrade. There's several articles. I got a million quotes. Demetrius Andrade was on every network, on everyone's TV. Hey, come on, Gennady Golovkin, sign over here to the DAZN. I mean, they should have cut him a side check, like real spill. And he got Gennady Golovkin to come on over there, acting like, oh, yeah, we gonna fight and we gonna fight. Gennady Golovkin signed, and he act like Demetrius Andrade didn't exist. That's why I say corner him. Where are he gonna go? What are he gonna do? He's the IBF champion. Now, no one is in the number 1 and the number 2 spot at middleweight in the IBF. They got that Kamil Zermaida dude, number 3. So if he beats Zermaida, well, I guess they're not gonna have no mandatories for him, or how this gonna work. I hate when the IBF be doing that. Like, I be confused when they leave their first 2 slots blank. They did the same thing with Earl. It was like that with Earl for a long time. Like, the IBF always famous for having nobody in their number 1 or number 2 slots. Like, there's nobody there. You couldn't move around your rankings, slid somebody up or something. You just leave them blank. So we don't know who the hell supposed to face Gennady Golovkin. Kamil Zermaida. That's the next one, right? Whenever that may happen. You know, and Gennady Golovkin been stalling that fight since forever, man. God dang. It's like, yo, he gonna hold that fight as long as he can. He ain't got to fight nobody as long as he got that agreement. Remember, he had that agreement done before his last fight was even over. Facts. We covered that. He had that Kamil Zermaida deal done before his last fight was even over. When he found out that it wasn't going to be Canelo, he immediately got Kamil Zermaida signed up and then hid behind that agreement. Oh, we've already got a deal in place. Sorry, we can't do anything. No, can't do anything. Demetrius Andrade, we can't help you. Well, how long is that fight going to last? If anybody contract should have been expired, we talking about expired contracts. If anybody contract should have been expired, it should have been the one between Gennady Golovkin and Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. Like, it should have been their contract. I don't remember the original date. It got pushed back a couple times. So it is what it is, man. Feed the man to Demetrius Andrade. Feed the man to Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? Kale has extra motivation because if he wins, it's a straight roll back to Spence. I think it's a fight of the year contender potentially, absolutely, and that's exactly what he's going to demand, and he should. If he beats Terrence Crawford, it should be Spence or bust for Kell Brook. Kell Brook has been wanting that rematch for Spence for a minute. Remember, he came over here solo asking Errol Spence Jr. for a fight, and Errol Spence Jr., rightfully so, I agree with them 100%, told Kell Brook to go get a belt, and I agree. You just can't come back from obscurity and just come back and then say, I want to face the best dude at the class. Don't work that way, especially when I beat you. But you beat Bud, oh, yeah, you right there in front of Earl Spence all day, all day. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We will see. Let's move on to the next thing, man. And I got to get to Devin Haney, man, because Devin Haney's story is going to take a minute. So we know we got to fight this weekend, fam. We got to fight this weekend. Devin Haney versus Youriorkis Gamboa. I caught the weigh-in. Turns out that both men hit 135 on the dot. Both men landed at 135 on the dot. Now, don't act like, Mainman Mademan don't miss nothing. Now, am I tripping? But originally, the Devin Haney weighed in at 135.1. And then when they just happened to gather around and took a look at it and said, no, you said it wrong, announcer, man. You said it wrong. 135 on the dot. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. Why you ain't say something? 135 on the dot. I was like, what happened to the .1? It just vanished. It just disappeared. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is they both made weight, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we ain't going to have no obstacles going around. Now, the last time that Devin Haney was in the ring, scored a shutout, unanimous decision over Alfredo Santiago back in November. He got injured in that fight. He was sidelined for a few months, and he said that the COVID-19 situation, that the lockdown and everything kind of helped him, got him some extra time to kind of heal back up. Now he's at 100%. You know what I'm saying? Didn't look drained. Some people said they thought he looked a little drained, a little dry. I thought he looked pretty good. He looked pretty loose. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't running for a water bottle at all. Same for Youriorkis Gamboa. I thought they looked pretty good at the weight class. You know what I'm saying? The last time that we saw Youriorkis Gamboa was against Gervonta Davis back in January, which he also got injured in that fight as well. The Achilles went out for him in the second round, but he gets major accolades for making it to the 12th round and not basically being stopped. And he stood on his feet. Ate a lot of punches from Gervonta Tank Davis. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't go down. And so that speaks a lot to the toughness of Youriorkis Gamboa. Now, these two. Now, I've been giving Devin a hell of a lot of crap on the channel lately. So to my Gary Russell Jr. fans, we're gonna give little Devin we gonna tamp it down just a little bit. You know what I mean? But don't get it twisted. Gary Russell Jr.'s ghost still hovers over Devin, but we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna talk about Devin Haney in this fight on its own merits, as it deserves its own merits and its own respect. So we're going to give it that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll approach this fight as try to be forward thinking as I can. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Now, according to Devin Haney, he says that Gamboa is the toughest test to the date for me. He says that Gamboa is a veteran. He was a unified world champion. So Gamboa is no slouch, and he is the best name on my resume so far. End quote. So there it is. He's even telling you that. A lot of people are saying, well, you know, oh yeah, you know, he's only facing 38-year-old Gamboa and he's been inactive and he's coming off of injuries, and he's telling you that this is the best opponent of my career. And some people may say that's a bad thing. I disagree. I told y'all we're gonna keep it real. I disagree. I think that for a 22-year-old fighter to step in there with a 38-year-old veteran, regardless, I mean, we can rag on him and say, yeah, he's facing tank leftovers. That's another video. But for a 22-year-old fighter to step in there with a 38-year-old veteran, that's damn good. Remember who y'all talking about right here. This is Devin Haney. I give him a lot of crap, but he's actually one of the smartest men in the room. And I've always said that outside of Gary Russell Jr. I got a lot of respect, actually, for the Haneys, believe it or not. And I got a lot of respect for this kid. I always call him a good kid. He holds his fork the right way. He looks both ways before he crosses the street. You know what I'm saying? He says thank you. He says Mr. and Mrs. He holds doors. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's him. And maybe that's what's needed in boxing. Most importantly, I love his business acumen. And we're going to get there. We definitely going to get there. So, I want to also take a second to speak on his father, Bill Haney. Now, one thing I've learned about Bill Haney, and I've always said that, you know, Bill Haney, he talks a lot of this and he talks a lot of that, but one thing I got to give him credit. Bill Haney is on his J.O. I learned that Bill Haney comes from the music business. I learned the fact that the way now it starts to make sense when you think about his plan and how he's executing it for his son. They say Bill Haney comes from the music business. He's worked with people like Too Short, Aaliyah, and then some. And it's also said that Bill Haney, he knows how to, you know, use media to promote his brands. That's what he did. And he's moving Devin like a musical artist. That says to be the cornerstone of their blueprint. And when you sit back and you think about this, you say, he's actually doing a pretty damn good job. It may be clout chasing by today's standard. It may be, oh, he don't mean this. But actually, when you think about what Bill Haney is doing, he's doing the right thing. He's guiding Devin the right way, actually. Think about it like this. At 15, 16, 17 years old, Devin Haney was in Mexico fighting grown men. Grown men. He said he had to go into these ruckus crowds, buildings, people throwing stuff at him, calling them all kind of names. He had to go through this as a teenager. Biasness, biased judges, the audience going crazy every time somebody lands something. And he's beating these dudes. His first 10 of his first 15 fights was in Mexico, in unfriendly territory. While he looking at all of his peers here in America sign all of these deals, he's over in Mexico grinding. So when he says when he comes back and he fights here in America, it's easy. He says, because I walk in there and I'm hearing cheers. I'm like, what? For real? that him going through those 10 fights in Mexico did something mentally for this kid. It made him mentally tough. And I see how mentally tough he is. He's tough. He ain't afraid. He's a good businessman. Why do I say he's a good businessman? I've now seen Devin Haney walk up on Bernard Hopkins and hold him to task. Business-wise, I've seen him walk up on Eddie Hearn, crash interviews several times, putting Eddie right there on the spot. Like, man, this is all business. And I just recently seen him talking to Eddie Hearn in a recent interview about a watch, right? Y'all know y'all saw this on IFL. It's about a watch. They would act like they were talking about a watch when they were really talking about money. But Devin Haney confronted Eddie Hearn right smack there on that interview. Matter of fact, hold on. Give me 1 second, fam. Give me a half a second. Give me a half a second. Because I supposed to have that pulled up, man. And I got it right here. Hold on. I got it right here. We just gonna listen to some quick excerpts of this. Hold on. We got to, because now this is funny. I find this is actually very funny how they went back and forth with this too. So we're gonna play this.
I see you bet at 500, so we do 1,000.
1,000, yeah.
All right.
Okay, we'll do 1,000. Okay,
right.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Okay. Bet on your presidential
I want y'all to hear
election.
this. Listen
That's
now.
all over the place over there. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's crazy. But what I wanted to ask you about my watch.
Yeah.
My watch, you know my watch that we talked about.
Yeah, but you know on the watches, yeah, I buy fighters' watches for special victories, special occasions. Right?
So Devin Haney asked him, "What about my watch?" Eddie Hearn says, "I buy fighters' watches for special occasions," and he's going to go on to describe these occasions. Keep in mind, we're talking about allegedly a watch. I only give fighters watches for special occasion. He's like, "Where's my watch? Where's my watch?"
Like ones that we remember, like, obviously AJ Klitschko when Froch beat Groves at Wembley. I'm trying to think. Ryan Burnett when.
No, but I'm putting odds on it. That's why it's special because.
So you think you should get a watch just for beating Gamboa?
No, it's not for Gamboa. No,
just in general, yeah.
No.
So he's saying, you think I should give you a watch for Gamboa? And I've heard Eddie Hearn have actually given out watches in the past, but this ain't a watch that they talking about. He says, you think I should give you a watch for Gamboa? And he's like, nah, hold on. I'm putting eyes on it. This ain't no watch. He's asking Eddie, where the hell is my money? Eddie is telling you, oh, well, you think you should get, top money for Gamboa? As if he's kind of flushing the Gamboa fight. Let's just say he was talking about a watch. A platinum blinging watch. Why would Eddie just crap on the Gamboa fight like that? Oh, you think you should get a watch? He's telling you that this is the hardest opponent. This is the best opponent he's ever faced. And you just sat here and told him, oh, you think you should get a watch for the Gamboa fight? Seriously. Like, you ain't fighting nobody, champ. That's messed up to come from your promoter. He's saying, I only give watches for the big fights. AJ versus Klitschko and a couple other ones he just named. That's messed up to tell this kid that your fight ain't crap. That's in saying what I was saying. And no, I'm not giving you your watch that you want for this fight.
Let me tell you something. You remember what I said, why I said that, right? I'm not going to tell everybody why I said it.
Okay.
But it was part of the Gamboa fight.
Right, yeah.
I had to do something in the Gamboa fight. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, still don't know.
So he says that he feels though he deserves a watch because it's part of the Gamboa fight. He had to do something for the Gamboa fight, remember? All of this for a watch? You had to do something that you really don't want to talk about. It's something that you had to do for the fight. And you feel like you should get a watch for it. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following this? This is why I like young Devin. He putting Eddie on the spot on the low. And Eddie's trying to play stupid like, I don't know what you're talking about, you know.
Well, I'm going to get you a watch or not. I kind of feel like you should be buying me a watch, to be honest with you, after,
When is your birthday?
June the 8th, unfortunately.
Okay, well,
I kind of feel like you should be buying me a watch. I'm giving you a Gamboa touch. I feel like you should be paying me whole time. The way I'm giving you what I'm giving you to face him. Y'all not reading between the lines. I feel like you should be giving me a watch for this fight. That's exactly what Eddie Hearn just said. Are we still talking about a watch? Are we still talking about a watch?
It's November 17th. You give me a watch on my birthday.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll get you one on yours.
Okay. All right, mate. Listen, best of luck Saturday.
Yeah, after the watch talk, he pretty much had nothing to say. And the point I'm trying to make to y'all is that this is a time of many in which Devin Haney, he may do it in his own smooth little way. He made something when he walked up on Bernard Hopkins, he wasn't hostile. He just was like, yo, what's up with the fights? When he talks to Eddie Hearn, you see him, he laughing, he real cordial. But he's still asking about his business. And he's letting it be known that I'm hip to my business. And he's letting everybody know I'm about my money. And I'm watching Eddie. Don't think that I'm over here just being pimped out by Eddie. That's what he's trying to tell everybody. Remember, Eddie is my business partner, allegedly. Now, we're going to get there. He's my business partner. We're going to get there. So, when it comes to Bill Haney and business and what he's doing with Devin Haney, I say amazing job. You see the Black China and all of the cars and the jewelry, and y'all be like, what is he doing? If he coming from the music business and he's moving him like a musical artist, the same way that they doing with Tank, same thing. If it's a winning formula, it's a winning formula. And we'll see how it all pays out. Now, I always wondered also why they always say that they wanted the DMV. I remember that they actually fought out here in the DMV when they fought Antonio Moran. And ever since he came out here, remember all of that stuff with Gary. That was the whole deal. Now you see him beefing with Tank. Now they got Tank issues. They got issues with Tank. They want the DMV. They've been wanting the DMV ever since they fought out here. And I think that's exactly what they want. When they look at Gary, they want the city he comes from. When they look at Tank, they want the DMV. As a matter of fact, let's see what Bill has to say about Tank. See what Bill has to say about Tank. According to Bill Haney. And look how Bill Haney just chumping this little dude, man. Who is this dude? I don't know this dude right here, but look how he looking at him, man. He got your man looking all goo-goo gaga right here. Hey, Bill, you ain't right, man. You gonna stop chumping these channels, man. For real, man. Look how he got your man right here, man. But anyway, Devin is the direct nemesis to what Tank is. Devin is the kryptonite to Tank. Pure boxer, tall, long. It's everything that Floyd did with every southpaw he faced and made it look easy. Okay. All right, what else you got to say? You fight the shoulders. You make them do one or the other. Tank wants to do them both, and we're only going to let you do one thing. What a typical fighter does is when a fighter like Tank makes it look easy is when the fighter sits right in front of them. So a fighter like Lomachenko, a fighter like Devin, they attack on angles. So they're biting you on that side or biting you on that side. But they're never coming in where you can use both hands to fight them. So he's basically accusing Tank of fighting flat-footed fighters and saying that Devin ain't that. Devin is mobile. And he's shooting hella shots at Tank. This ain't the first. There's many quotes to go around. My thing is this. I can't be mad at what he's doing. That he know damn well that Floyd ain't going to make that fight. He know Floyd ain't going to make that fight. Floyd has already said he ain't going to make that fight. But he's still going to keep on hopping on Tank's name, though, now ain't he? Because he's promoting. He know the fight has no chance on happening. It should happen. Makes sense for all us as boxing fans to happen. I'd love to see it happen. I think it does great things for both of their careers. Great things. But he know it ain't going to happen. But that ain't going to stop him from talking about it. Now, I disagree with him wholeheartedly here. First, Gervonta Tank Davis has power and does sits down on his punches. Something that Devin don't like to do. Yeah, Devin loves to do a lot of moving. But Devin don't do a lot of hurting. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going to be able to move for all 11, 12 rounds against a Gervonta Tank Davis. You're going to slow down. He's going to slow you down. The question is what happens when you slow down. We always see Devin fast, but I ain't never seen Devin honestly get in there with no one that can slow him down like that. What happens when he slows down? See, this is the question about speedy fighters. What happens when the speed goes? Tank is hard, bro. But don't get it twisted. Devin's built like a tank, and he's very big for the weight. But like you just said, Bill, he moves a lot. He ain't sitting down on much. No, that never usually works out towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the fam time out. Sub Skrilla says, Kale has been to the deep depths of the water. In ways he's broken, in some ways, them low points build you stronger. Definitely feel like his last chance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Muhammad Hamatola, salute main man and the fam. So will DAZN force Golovkin? We answered that already. Yeah, I hope so, bro. I hope DAZN, if for their survival, for their just survival in general, they better do it. And speaking of which, yo, I just told y'all, DAZN is expanding into all of these countries. And they're talking about Ryan Garcia and Vergil Ortiz leading the charge. Why Devin Haney ain't part of that? See, this is what DAZN be messing up. You want to move and have, I guess, the future of boxing, pushing your brand out to the world. Why ain't Devin Haney a part of that? Why is his fight going down before that happens? Huh, Eddie? Riddle me that. Why ain't you got Devin Haney pushing the DAZN brand around the world? That's the way to go. He young. He's 22 years old. Y'all want to make inroads into America, but don't want to use the young up-and-coming Devin Haney, your youngest champion, WBC champion, to push your brand around the world. Y'all rather use young Ryan and Vergil Ortiz. For real. That don't make no sense. See, Bill, this is what you supposed to been on. Why you around here chumping channels like this dude, man? You need to been around here, man, making sure that Devin was the one that pushing the zone around the world, man. What you doing, man? Come on, man. What you doing, man? Tank is a great fighter, and with him and Devin, you have the biggest event in boxing, and you have the biggest turnout. You'll have everybody come out for that. We look forward to putting on a show with Tank after we get past Gamboa. Now we know that's all BS. That's what he do, but he's good at it. He know Tank popping. You know, daggone, you can't. You was just saying that we was just asking a question about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez supposed to have been fighting. Now Tank, he wants to, after you get past Gamboa, you want Tank. Which one is it? Tank is going towards Ryan Garcia. I'm dying to see how the situation is all gonna work out. I'm telling y'all, fam, I'm dying to see it. Tank is with PBC, on Showtime. He fights on pay-per-view. Ryan Garcia is leading the charge for DAZN, the app, to go into the world. But you want him to face Tank. How is that going to happen? Two different business models. Now, Devin and Ryan, no political divides, easy work. Both of them trapped on the app. Why not? Ryan Garcia, if he beats Luke Campbell, becomes Devin Haney's mandatory. So why are we talking about Tank and Teofimo, who's on another network, even though y'all will probably do business with Bob Aaron? But why are we talking about that when Ryan Garcia is right there with you and he's going to be your mandatory? And we know Ryan ain't going to be able to walk off the zone and fight Tank like that unless he just walking away from Oscar. Now, we know that Mayweather has flirted with Ryan Garcia in the past. Remember? But how is that possible? So why, instead of applying pressure to Tank when you in a situation when you know you can't fight Tank, why not apply the pressure in the right place against Ryan and stay right there? Nowhere else to go. Or Teofimo. That's all you need to do. Those are the realistic opponents. Don't call out fake names. This is the clout chasing we be talking about. But like I say, Bill is on his game. And he does what he need to do to get Devin name hot. But we know what it is. We know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is. Now, let me go back to this slide right here. All right. Now, Devin Haney's situation, because a lot of people always get this confused. I speak on it a lot. And this is why I knew that him and Gary Russell Jr. wasn't possible. And the thing is, Devin has 2 deals. You know what I'm saying? And this is the issue. Devin has his promotional company signed to DAZN. But Devin, as a fighter, is co-promoted by Matchroom. Basically, in both situations that he's involved in, he's still obligated to DAZN. And this is why we knew with Gary Russell Jr. how it was so hard to do. Because the reason why, now what I think Bill tried to do, and I can't blame him for doing it, that's why I say we know you tried it, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. They have Devin Haney Productions or Promotions. I'm not sure. I think it's Devin Haney Productions, if I'm not mistaken. They got Devin Haney Productions, right? So if they could have got Gary on record to say he's coming, they could have then went to DAZN themselves without Eddie, because they actually have a promotional company and a network deal. They could have went without Eddie and say, hey, boom, we got Gary. The problem with that is that you still obligated to Eddie as a fighter. And Eddie still has to make a call. That's the problem. Because that's your Devin Haney Productions. You can sign a fighter and put him on DAZN, sure. But if Devin Haney's going to fight, he's still a Matchroom, co-promoted by Matchroom fighter. And all of the Matchroom USA fighters are obligated to fight under DAZN. You feel me? So this is the reason we knew that the rematch for Gary couldn't happen nowhere else. You dig? That's sensible information. He has 2 deals. A lot of fighters got 2 deals, especially those with their own promotional deals. It's a boss move. Don't get it twisted. And this is why I say what Devin and Bill do is respectable. They bossed up young, 22-year-old promoter. That's what's up. Ain't got no fighters, at least none I heard of. They got somebody, but I don't know his name. But whenever Devin is involved himself in fighting, he still has a fighter deal also, which doesn't allow him to leave the app. So, let me see. I think we covered that already. I'm just going through some notes here before I move on to the styles and before we get to the in-ring thing. I'm going to make sure all of the outer ring stuff is pretty much good. Yeah, so don't forget, while Devin Haney will be putting his WBC title on the line against Youriorkis Gamboa, Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell will be fighting for the mandatory spot on December 5th. That is the rollout of the DAZN app to all of the countries. That fight right there, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, is the fight that kicks it off December 5th. Winner of that fight is the mandatory to Devin Haney's WBC title. Now, this is what I want to ask y'all. Teofimo Lopez. Is he or is he not undisputed, fam? Because here we go. Because I'm noticing now with the boxing fans, I notice a lot of fans are mad at Teo today because of some words that he had to say about Bomb Squad. And now here we are starting to go down this road of you're not really undisputed. Fine, okay, I've been asking y'all this since the day he won these belts. Now, I'm going to say this. When I asked the question about Lomachenko, prior to Lomachenko losing, I asked the fam, I said, yo, do y'all think that if Lomachenko wins, will he be considered undisputed? And everyone said yes, man. For the most part, y'all came up in here, y'all were like, yes. I think he should be considered undisputed. And the reason I asked, I said, so why do y'all consider him undisputed? Most of y'all told me the reason being, because he actually won the WBC title. He fought Luke Campbell for a vacant WBC title, but he actually fought for the real WBC title. Then he vacated it and put on the WBC franchise. And then he loses the franchise to Teo. The thing is, Teo never held the WBC regular. Is that the biggest difference? Maybe, is that the reason y'all felt Lomachenko could have been undisputed? Because he actually held the WBC. He abandoned it, sure, but he actually fought for it and won it. As for Teo, you never even touched it. You went straight for the transparent franchise belt, whatever that is, the French fry belt. You went straight for that. You never held the WBC. So is he or isn't he, fam? Is he undisputed or not? Y'all got to make y'all minds up with this because it has major repercussions for young Devin Haney. Now, I told y'all before, I said, yo, man, the WBC, they consider that the real belt. They considering Teofimo Lopez undisputed. It makes no sense. How you going to say he undisputed, but then if you go up to, say, 140 pounds where you got them fighting for undisputed, but no franchise belt involved in that, then, you know, it don't make sense. How is they undisputed without a franchise belt, but he's undisputed with a franchise belt? And if that is the case, Teo, you know, you may have that. How do you feel like you are a total undisputed champion? I mean, does it sit wrong in Teofimo Lopez's gut? Like, am I really this undisputed champion? Like, seriously? Like, am I really this undisputed champion? I mean, he does got the consensus, fam. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Do y'all see the man as undisputed or not? I mean, this has to be set in stone so we can march forward with it. You know what I mean? It's crazy how DAZN has moved. Hold on. I'm sorry, I went too far down. Kale has extra motivation because if he wins, it's a straight roll back to Spence. Yeah, we got there. Hold on. It's crazy how wrong DAZN have moved on the U.S. front. In other regions, it's great value for the sports content, but they really screwed up with the U.S. approach. Yeah, they did. They didn't make no friends. They tried to come in here, you know, crushing the buildings. They tried to come in here stealing fighters. They tried to come in here. $1 billion, and they can come over and run over everybody. Not knowing that these fighters got relationships, they got all kind of side deals that DAZN and Eddie and whoever don't know about. The institutions of boxing run deep in this country, and they decided to come into this country and not make a friend and try to just kick over the buildings. Don't work that way. The only friend that they made was John Skipper. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Agreed, man. He's a hot prospect, but he's green. So they need to get the learning curve right as they start to move up the opposition. Absolutely. I believe that Devin Haney can be something really serious, man. You move this dude right. I think that, honestly, this is the real, like, and I've always said this. Floyd Mayweather and the Mayweathers, they put Tank to the public, and they make money with Tank, and they build Tank, and they're making him into the spectacle. But the one that's technically being moved correctly and actually making the moves that's really going to pay off down the line is Devin Haney. I just told y'all, he got grinded in Mexico as a youngster, fighting grown men in hostile crowds and winning. Mentally tough. He's been in the Mayweather gym. He's got the tutelage of Floyd Sr. and Floyd Jr. Mentally tough and skilled. And on top of that, a promoter at 22 years old with a network deal. That's what I call being moved the right way in the grand scheme of things. Tank may be the star. Tank may be Purple Rain, like I call him. He may be the star, but he's the star today. Let's see who's going to be the star tomorrow. We'll see. All right, let's keep on. All right, let's get to the styles, right? Let's get inside this ring, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get inside this ring. I think we're good to go here. Let's get into the style side of things now, shall we? Let us start first off with Devin the Dream Haney. All right. This is what's up right here. 5'8", 71-inch reach, 21 years old. Going to be turning 22 on the 17th, right? Orthodox boxer. Good hand speed. Very, very good hand speed. Dynamic and very, very good counterpuncher. Very good counterpuncher and fast. Good defense, very good reflexes. Loves to stay on the outside. Likes to fight on the back foot. Mostly likes to play the matador. He has, like I said, good feet. Good feet. Now, the only thing I notice, he is two different fighters going backwards and going forwards. He's more comfortable, it seems like, going backwards. But whenever he fights you in the middle of the ring and he stands on his punches, he's a different beast. But when he allows these fighters to come forward and he want to play that matador, keep lowering you with the jab and throwing the big right hand on you and hitting you with them combinations, likes to touch you downstairs, not nearly as strong, not nearly as powerful. And of course, I mean, he probably shouldn't be. It's still questioned whether he got his man strength or not. Whether he got his man strength or not. Now, his keys to victory for me, he needs to use his feet to test the Gamboa injury. See how mobile that Youriorkis Gamboa really is. Remember, Youriorkis Gamboa got injured in January. He was out of his cast by March. Facts. He was out of his cast by March after having surgery. He started getting light workouts by April. You need to test and make sure that that Achilles heel is everything that it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Use your feet. Counter shots from the outside. Now, Gamboa is a good counter puncher himself, but you have the 71-inch reach, and you're 5'8". You pluck him with that jab, and you counter from the outside. Take a note. I mean, straight right hands down the pike. Devin Haney throws a beautiful right hand. A beautiful right hand. He does, and it's fast. It doesn't have as much pep I would like to see, but it's fast. It's lightning fast. And he counters well with that right hand. You stand right there on the outside. You keep that reactionary space, full extension. Right hands countering from the outside. Jab downstairs to initiate feints. One of the things that's going to be important that Devin Haney is going to have to use is feints. He's going to have to be feinting them. Getting them to drop them hands. Start initiating that jab downstairs. Sometimes Devin gets a little sloppy with the jab downstairs, I notice. When he throws it, he's off balance sometimes. So he's not getting out of there nearly as fluid as he needs to be. But you hit him downstairs with the jab to initiate feigning. To eventually to get him to drop them hands. Youriorkis Gamboa sometimes gets a little arrogant. And sometimes he'll stand right there in front of you with his hands down. You make him pay when he do something like that. If Gamboa makes it to the inside, which he's going to be probably trying to do all night, I don't know. But if Gamboa makes it to the inside, look for hard counter shots to push him out. I believe that Devin's in a defense is pretty good, but he has to get Gamboa out of his house. Gamboa is a smaller fighter, can get up under his punches, and maybe can cause some damage on the inside. I don't want Devin Haney to keep Gamboa in his house at all. At all. Hard counters on the inside. Keep your right hand up. Devin Haney drops that right hand a lot. Drops it way too low. He's sometimes, if you go to about round 6 or 7, he got that hand about right here. It's about right here. It's all this is wide open. I looked at about 3 of his fights. Down the stretch, right hand constantly drops. Keep your hands up, bro. Keep that right hand up. Stand on the outside shots, full extension. That's the key. You got the height and reach advantage over Youriorkis Gamboa. Full extension from the outside. Every time you take that step forward, you take that one scoop back. Full extension. All night. No showboating. No carrying. Make a statement. You said in one of the quotes I have floating around that you got to make a statement. Make a statement. Don't play with Youriorkis Gamboa. Get him out of there. I don't care if people come back the next day like, oh, it was his Achilles heel. It's the only. If it's 1, if it's 2, you don't play with him. If you can't stop him, dominate him. Make a statement. Devin, you got to make a statement. You got to make the statement and make the pressure rise on the other fighters. Because, like I just was talking about you earlier, you are on your business game. Eddie Hearn only want to help you but so much. When you are a young man on your game like you are, trying to play promoter and be in charge of your own business, they not going to help you but so much. Because you're not just a worker. You're not just the average worker. You're somebody who's trying to be a boss. So they don't want you to reach that boss status so fast. So when you get these opportunities, you make them count. You got to make a statement and dominate Youriorkis Gamboa. That way, they got to force you into the Tank situation. That way, they got to let you into the Teo. Teo can't skip the division. No one's going to give him no passes. Lomachenko, all of these dudes. You make that statement loud and clear. And they can't keep acting like you don't exist. We know what Teofimo Lopez did. And that's even worse. You got the WBC franchise belt and you left the tournament that you was in that you could have faced Devin Haney. I told everybody, man, before Teofimo Lopez go up to 140, I want to see him face Devin Haney. All day. All day. But anyway, back to the styles. Keep your workload up. Test the resolve of Youriorkis Gamboa. He's 38 years old. 38 years old. Test his resolve. See if Tank took any and everything away from him or not. See what's left. But you got to test him. Keep your work rate high on him. Keep him moving. Keep him shifting. Keep him resetting. Keep a jab on him. Keep firing from the outside. Every time he throw a jab, you're countering back from the outside. Make him have to get up under your punches. Make him work. Test his resolve. He's 38 years old. He's 38 years old. Gamboa is always tough. Not easy to get out of there. You see Tank hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but the kitchen sink. Everybody criticized Tank. But Tank laid a lot of leather on Youriorkis Gamboa. Gamboa is just tough. And he's poised, under pressure. Doesn't get rattled. He comes from the Cuban school. He's an Olympian. He don't get rattled much. Even when he was hurt, I couldn't even damn near tell he was hurt. He told his corner like, yeah, I can't barely walk. But he had a straight face. He was like, yeah, you know what? I'm hurt, man. I'm in the worst pain of my life. And, you know, I can barely even walk, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, I ain't never felt this kind of pain before. Yeah, I'm in pain, man. I'm in the worst pain of my life. You're like, dog, you ain't in pain. How the hell you in pain and you seem so chill? That's Gamboa. That's Gamboa. You know what I mean? He's always cool under pressure. But I believe if Devin Haney does these things, does everything that we just ran down, he should be victorious against Youriorkis Gamboa. Now, as for Youriorkis Gamboa, what does he need? Let's go to Gamboa. Sorry about that. As for Youriorkis Gamboa, the golden question, how much is left? What's left in the tank? You know, one of the things about Youriorkis Gamboa that rarely gets said, and this is just facts. Youriorkis Gamboa is a Cuban fighter, and I've always, especially in my early days here on YouTube, I would always go out of my way to defend Cuban fighters for my reasons, because I don't like what they got to go through. You know, what they got to go. They sign a lot of bad deals. They're used by their countries. They're forced to stay home and not make no money because the country is afraid that other countries are going to come and steal their boxes. I mean, they go through a lot, man. They go through a hell of a lot. And in Youriorkis Gamboa's situation, it ain't no different. Every time that Youriorkis Gamboa was forced to be in a big monumental fight, he's always undersized. He's always undersized. His best weight is 130 pounds. He should technically still be fighting at 130 pounds. I didn't like the fact that Tank beat him for the WBA championship when his fight prior to Tank was down at 130. And he shined against Roman Martinez. And he shined. He came up to Tank and he got hurt. Even when you go back all the way as far as Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was a lightweight. I mean, it was a 140 pounder, man. In there with Youriorkis Gamboa. And I'm telling it like it is. There was a major size difference in that fight. And Gamboa shouldn't have been at that weight class even then. He should have stayed down at 130. But he was always forced to have to do certain things to get big fights. You remember the situation he went through legally that kept him out of the ring for so long? And so in order to catch up, man, he always had to take fights at disadvantages. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about this fight is that at least his last fight was at 135. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they catching him, bringing him up from 130 and putting him in there at one. At least his last fight with Tank was at 135. And this should be hopefully a decent payday for Youriorkis Gamboa. But he's always got that short end of the stick in a lot of cases. He's never been on point with his weight. His weight, even when he decided to come back and he was coming back to 35, it was like, no, go back to 30. He's much better at the smaller weights. But it is what it is. So we got to see how much does he got left in the tank. Very, very good right hand on Youriorkis Gamboa. Back in Youriorkis Gamboa prime years, that right hand couldn't be touched. I mean, it was fast. It had pepper. I remember him landing it 3 straight times on Terrence Crawford. That's that same right hand that hurt Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And many other fighters. Youriorkis Gamboa is a strong fighter. At least he once was at one time. But the golden question is how much is left? With an Achilles injury that you didn't even have a year to heal on. I remember Sergio, my main man, who I'm keeping my third eye on, Sergio Martinez. When he came back too soon on a knee that wasn't ready to come back on. Was it never the same? So I don't know how much does he got left. But one thing I do know is Youriorkis Gamboa also fights very good in the pocket. He's fast, and he believe. I ain't gonna say he's fast. He's not the fastest guy in the world. I take that back. But he has good timing. He's more of a timing fighter. He's a boxer counterpuncher, but he uses his timing very well. He throws the right hand from the outside. He's only 5'8" with a 65-inch reach. But believe it or not, he likes to fight on the outside most of the time. Now, he can get up under punches. He has good head movement. His feet are cement. He was always... Youriorkis Gamboa has never been known to have fast feet. Never. He's always been known to kind of plant his feet in a wide stance, get the power off the back foot, but he'll stand there with you from the out, and he'll stand there with you in the gap. But he's not known for just running all out of there. He'll try to get on the inside, get his shots in and get out, but when he gets out, it's like he's not running. He's not going nowhere. He's just kind of just stepping back. But he's one of those, he keeps that one arm down, he keeps that wide stance, and he keeps his hand up. And he's looking to let right hands fly. He has very, very good defense. But his mobility wasn't always number one to begin with. And now that he got an Achilles injury, well, I don't know. But we'll see what his hand speed can do. We'll see what his timing can do against Devin Haney. Unfortunately, I just don't think he's going to be that mobile, man. I don't think he's going to be that mobile. His last win came down at 130 pounds. Now, Youriorkis Gamboa, he always stays calm under pressure, like we just talked about earlier. So when he's hurt, when he's, getting swarmed with punches, he don't panic. He thinks. He don't panic. He stays calm. He stays cool. You know what I'm saying? He try to figure a way out of it. Even when he fought Gervonta Davis, I mean, he got pieced up, but he couldn't do but so much because he couldn't barely move. Got pieced up, and he probably was concerned about his foot. Word was that the bone started to come through the joint. But I just don't know, man. With his mobility gone, we just got to know, man, how much is left. How much is left? He needs to pace himself. He's 38 years old. He showed really good stamina going down the stretch, I thought, against Gervonta Davis. But then again, he wasn't moving much. He was taking a lot of punches. And all he had to do was just try to get close enough to Tank to get his punches off. But he took a lot of damage in that fight. Not only when I say how much is left as far as his Achilles and mobility, but how much is left just here. Bro, Tank was just teeing off on him, man. Go back and watch that fight. I felt terrible for him, but he didn't go down. He did not go down. But I felt bad for him, man. He's going to have to cut the ring off on Devin Haney. Devin Haney's going to be moving. He's going to be working behind his jab, working behind his combinations from the outside. You're going to have to cut the ring off and hit him to the body, get up under the punches and go downstairs. I never see Youriorkis Gamboa stay consistent to the body. When he makes it to the inside, he likes to go up top more so than anything. But you got to hit Devin downstairs, man. Slow him down. Youriorkis Gamboa told everybody he's not giving away no game plans. No game plans. He's just telling everybody I'm going in there to do the best I can. Simple and simple. Don't walk into shots. Use your head movement. Youriorkis got down the stretch, his head movement slows down. Don't just walk into shots like you was doing with Tank. Don't just walk into shots. Devin Haney would love to keep taking that step back, getting full extension until he drop your ass. And he ain't going to stop. Putting Devin Haney on his back foot may take some power away, but that ain't going to stop him from flicking that jab in that right hand. I'm telling you, man. But cut the ring off and hit the body when he's on the ropes. Don't walk in the shots. Use your head movement. And last but not least, get rough. Use your grown man strength. You are a grown man. You're 38 years old. You're as strong as you're going to get. If he's a kid, then use your grown man strength. Rough him up. Hit him hard. Couple low blows, couple elbows. Do what you got to do. He's a kid. Put him through the grind. And this is your last chance. What you got to lose? I believe if Youriorkis Gamboa do those things, then he will be victorious. But at the end of the day, for my pick for this fight, I'm rocking with Devin Haney by unanimous decision. I'm going to give Youriorkis Gamboa the benefit of the doubt and say he don't get stopped. I think he's tough. And I'm still, you know, Devin Haney's fresh off that shoulder injury and he's been inactive himself, so who knows? I think Devin is going to do a lot of moving in this fight. He's not going to sit down on his punches enough. I would love to see him sit down on his punches. Sit down on them right there in the middle of the ring. Straight right hands down the middle. But I don't think he will. So I think he'll give Youriorkis Gamboa a good boxing lesson. Too tall, too long, too young. Better engine, better tank. And I think he'll have a better game plan. So I'm rocking with Devin Haney. Unanimous decision over Youriorkis Gamboa. But it would be nice if you dominated him. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Real spill. Damn, how long we been going? Damn, we've been going for a minute. Brother's starting to get hoarse now, man. Hey, Eric Paul says Tank is ducking. Tank ducking? Okay. I don't know. If anybody ducking, it's Floyd. If Devin got anybody to ask that question to, it's Floyd. The crazy part, Devin ain't got to call Tank. All he got to do is call Floyd. Why? If Floyd is his right-hand man, just call Floyd. Floyd, make it happen. You as promoter. Make it happen. Simple and simple. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's too easy to get a belt. Haney should be ready for all challenges. He is young, though. He should be. And Youriorkis Gamboa going to get him ready. Youriorkis Gamboa going to get him ready. This is the toughest fight of Devin Haney's career. You know, he got to go in there and shine. He got to go in there and make a statement. If you want to get Teofimo and Tank and all of these dudes' attention, they calling you email champion. They saying you got your belt through the email, all that. Then you got to stop this dude. I mean, not stop this dude, but you got to dominate this dude. Minimum. You got to make a statement. Don't let Youriorkis Gamboa get in there and get to piecing you up. Don't win this fight by an eyelash. Don't win this fight by the skin on your teeth. You dominate, or else the statement will not be heard. The statement will not be heard. Gary Russell Jr. is going to laugh you out. Gervonta Davis is going to laugh you out. Teofimo going to laugh you out. You got to dominate. You need this, Devin. See how it works out. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, yo, what's up? Batman in the building. What's up with your fan? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up with your soldier? Coolin', man. Dang, man, I wish you know what, Batman? Yo, bro, if you Sunday, man, that'd be perfect. Right after Devin fight. We can chop it up. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. That'd be perfect, bro. Damn, I wish you could have came in a little earlier, man. I'm already getting ready to get up off here, man. But salute to you, man. Salute to you. That happened because they thought Gary Russell Jr. was coming to 130. Oh, that's why they did that? Because they thought Gary Russell Jr. was coming to 130? What you mean? I must have came in at the wrong time. Man. But yeah, man. But we thinking. I think that Devin gonna win this fight. I think he gonna do something good on Gamboa, man. And we hoping that this does something for his name because he need the statement. He need that statement. He need it bad. But like I said, if you want the respect of Gary, you want the respect of Tank, you want the respect of anybody, little Devin, you got to make this statement loud and clear. I'm going to reach out, fam, all day, man. But I got to get ready to get up out of here, man. We've been going for about an hour and a half, man. I am going hoarse. I need to drink a cup of tea or something, man, because I'm losing my voice. You know what I'm saying? But much love to you all. I will be up on this joint right after the Devin Haney and Youriorkis Gamboa fight. Post-fight review. Plan on getting the fam on the channel real soon. A few others. You know what I'm saying? Much love to each and every one of y'all, man. Enjoy y'all weekends out there, man. I don't even know if we going to have a president or not, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, y'all enjoy y'all weekend out there, man. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay stressed and sucker free. The whole 9 yards to protect your families. UK, y'all hang in there, man. I know y'all on lockdown right now, but y'all going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? We all going to be okay all day. I got a lot of things coming for the show. Giveaways, phone calls, all coming for We Talking Boxing. giveaways, phone calls, all coming for We Talking Boxing. I was going to do a giveaway this show, but I'm trying to push it a little closer to the holidays because I got some good stuff for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we will be also going to the phone call format real soon. So much love to you all. Thumbs up on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. Once again, to whoever did what they did for me on that last video, thank you. I say it again. Thank you. If y'all only knew, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. I catch up with y'all real soon, man. All day, man. And until the next video, much love to you all, man. Peace out.